What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So in 2022, I want all of us to thrive. I want us to succeed. That's why I'm giving you all these tips, to make sure that you are killing it this year. In this video, I'd like to talk about 10 truths we all need to hear. Coming in at number 1, better time management leads to a better life. I've been talking about effective time management, and I think the reason why I'm emphasizing this so much is that a whole lot of people are not being productive because, according to them, they don't have enough time. But maximizing it, you are not getting the best out of your time. You're just wasting your time. Number 2, either you run from your fears or you face your fears. And a lot of people are not doing what they're supposed to be doing because they are afraid. Someone once said, your greatest fears are like dragons guarding your greatest treasures. So the greatest fears are keeping you from your best life. They are keeping you from the life that you are destined to live. Your greatest life is on the other side of your fear. If you don't face your fears, they will forever keep you from your best life. If you don't face your fears, you will always wonder what could have happened if I just faced my fear, if I just gathered that courage and faced my fears head on. You have to face your fears. You have to do what you're afraid to do. That's how we grow. That's how we become better. If you're always going to keep it safe because you are afraid, then you will always get stuck. You will always be stuck in one place. Number 3, value your mistakes. They have a lot to teach you. Always learn from your past. Nothing is a wasted experience. You need to cultivate a mindset of learning from every experience. Even if it was unpleasant when you were going through it at the time, don't waste your pain. Don't waste that experience. Use it to become a better person. Use it to make better decisions going forward. Don't take your mistakes for granted. If it doesn't kill you, it teaches you. Some of the things that I'm doing better today, it's because of the mistakes of my past. So your mistakes are very important because they create a better version of you, if only you can learn from them. Coming in at number 5, when you risk nothing, you risk everything. Many people are afraid of trying things out because they are afraid of losing. Yet, life is all about risks, calculated risks. I'm talking about taking a chance at your dreams, taking a chance at your goals. Don't be crippled by fear. It's all about risk. Whoever risks the most, whoever takes the most chances, wins the most. If you are going to hold back because you're afraid of losing, once again, you will never grow, you will never win. Winning involves risk-taking. Winning involves taking that chance. Waking up in the morning and going to work is a risk on its own. Falling in love is a risk. Applying for a job is a risk because they might reject you. And if you are someone that is afraid of rejection, then you'll be in trouble. But you have to take a risk. Life is all about taking a chance, pursuing something, venturing into something. It's all about risk-taking. So if you're afraid of losing, if you're afraid of taking those risks, then you might as well accept staying in one place. You will never grow. Number 6, your achievements and successes won't matter at your deathbed. We spend so much time pursuing things, chasing things, at the expense of spending time with family, at the expense of, just enjoying the small things in life. And at the end of your life, people are not going to remember you for what you did or how rich you were. They'll remember you for how you spoke to people, how you cared for people. Were you kind? Were you encouraging? Were you inspirational? Material things won't go with you to the grave. So always keep that in mind. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be materially successful, but understand that what will matter ultimately is, did you fulfill your calling? Did you serve? Did you give? Number 7, your obsession with finding happiness is the very thing that prevents you from attaining it. We spend so much time pursuing things, like I said, pursuing material things, pursuing people, not realizing that happiness is to be found within yourself and it's to be found in the present moment. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the present moment. There are people who are not happy because they are not where they want to be yet, failing to understand that life is a journey. Happiness is not a destination. Happiness is a state of being. Happiness is being content with the process, being content and enjoying the process that is leading up to your ultimate success. So don't be obsessed with finding happiness. Happiness is within you. The fact that you are alive should make you happy. The fact that you have a roof over your head should make you happy. The more you pursue happiness outside of yourself, the more unhappy you will become. That is why people are so greedy, because you think that when you get 2 million, you'll be happy, only to find that now you want more and more and more. And you will never be happy, you will never be fulfilled, because you are looking for happiness anywhere else except for inside of yourself, because that's where it is. Coming in at number 8, it's not what happens to you that matters. It's how you respond or how you react to it. You know, the same people can go through the same traumatic event or the same painful event, but one of them can become better through that experience. One of them can, learn and end up helping others in a similar situation, while someone else can become depressed, someone else can become suicidal because of that experience. So it's all about your perceptions. It's all about your perspective. What is your outlook in life? If you always look for the silver lining of every cloud, you will always look for opportunities to gain from every experience, whether you consider it to be negative or positive. Because of your worldview, because of your mindset, you can actually turn everything around to serve you. So it's not what happens to you that matters. It's how you respond to it. People can only insult you if you allow it. People can only insult you if you don't value yourself, if you don't have a sense of significance yourself. Then it's easy for people to bring you down by saying, you don't matter, you don't have talent, or you suck. But if you know within yourself that you've got talent, that your existence matters, then no one can get to you. They always say that he who angers you controls you. Indeed, it's all about how you respond to things. It's all about your reaction, and you are in control of that. You don't have control of everything. Some of the things that happen to us are outside of our control, but what we do have control over is how we perceive those things, how we respond to them. Number 9, your talent means nothing without consistency and practice. If you are not consistent, then less talented people than you can end up achieving more, because there is power in focus, there is power in consistency. Talents are raw, and you need to refine them. You need to, polish them in order to operate at a level that is cutting edge, in order to operate at a level that the world is now seeing the value that you have inside of you. But you have to be consistent. You have to practice. There's a lot of people who are not earning the greatness they are destined for because they are lazy, because they're not consistent. They start one thing, and if they don't see results in a few months, they stop that and start something else and try something else. And if that doesn't work out, they try something else. You will never be great at anything if you do that. You need to be focused. You need to be consistent on one thing. Do it long enough until you start generating that momentum. Consistency is everything. It is through consistency that we become better. It is through consistency that we sharpen our skills. Even if people don't respond the way that you expect them to, continue to do your work. If it comes from the heart, if you are sincere about it, then you will continue to make those videos, even if you get like 8 views, even if you don't get no views at all. It's all about you are training, you are preparing yourself. People follow consistent people. If you want to post one video today and then another video next month, do you think people will subscribe to your channel? I doubt. People follow consistency because it means you are taking your channel seriously, you are taking yourself seriously. Therefore, other people will pick up on that energy and start following you as well. And lastly, number 10, learn from the past. Don't live in it. You'll be surprised how many people are not living in the present moment because they are still stuck in the past. Maybe they still have feelings for someone that they broke up with. Maybe they're still regretting, bad decisions that they made in the past. One thing about the past is that you can't change it. If you find that superpower, let me know. I'd like to have that as well. But as far as I know, none of us can change the past. The only thing we can do is learn from it. It's sad how people are losing the joy of the present moment because they're stuck in the past. If you made a mistake, learn from it and become a better version of yourself right now. But you are not going to get the best out of that past experience if you are still stuck in it, if you are still blaming yourself, if you're still regretting what you did. If you really regret what you did, then learn from it. Don't repeat that mistake again. Become better. But don't let the past steal your joy right now. That's the worst thing that you can ever do to yourself. You're punishing yourself for something you can't change. Maybe you were foolish then, but you are wiser now. So don't live in the past. The only time that you have is right now. Even your future will be determined by what you do right now, by how you live your life right now, by how you see yourself right now. Don't live in the future, don't live in the past. Be present. And that brings us to the end of this video. Thanks again for watching and see you in the next video.